It is Rob and Lizz in the morning. His radio. Harlan in for Liz this week. Liz is out. She'll be back on Friday, and I would love for you to meet this young man. This is Joseph O'Brien. Sounds like you've been around a campfire or two.
Oh, yeah, a couple times maybe.
Love the song. It's Down in My Heart, Joy. Joseph O'Brien spending time with us this morning. Your childhood, to me, looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it was you, dad, mom, and a brother.
Actually, I got two brothers.
Two brothers?
Yeah. Oh, you found that picture? Okay, that's a cute one. Yeah, we're playing soccer. Yeah, I have two brothers, one older, one younger, that's Timmy right there. And then I have a sister.
You do?
Yeah, she's like 31 right now. So, yeah, 31, then 28, then me, 25, and then 23.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So there's a big litter of kids.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Big family. Litter.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Right? That's amazing.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the second youngest.
I am, yes.
So
three
you're
out of
the
four.
second most spoiled kid in the family.
I don't know. We deemed me the middle child, even though mathematically it doesn't make sense because,
Right.
2 out of 4. But I was the middle of the boys, and I always had to compete for attention.
Like how?
Just in general, like my personality, I'm very energetic. I always wanted to make sure everyone saw like what I was doing, because the youngest always gets a little bit of attention, and then the oldest obviously is has their own thing. I don't know. I felt like I was just in the weird middle stage, so I just had to figure out how to pull the attention of the parents.
So
sometimes.
the oldest is in their 30s.
Yes.
Okay, so you're an uncle yet?
Yes. I am.
Okay.
Yeah. We got two. I got a niece and a nephew, and then one on the way. Don't know the gender of it yet, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Some reveal party?
No, they're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Get
They're gonna find out at
out.
the birth. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be tough.
I know, but they already did the gender reveal party for the first two, and they just thought they'd switch it up.
I have a feeling you have a favorite superhero.
Oh yeah.
Captain America.
Yes.
Why?
How did you know that?
Because I know these things.
You just know these things.
Yes.
He's all-knowing. I loved the first movie, the Captain America: First Avenger, and he just stands for what's good and what's true. And he's just I love his outfit and just him as a character. I don't really resonate with. So.
Yeah, I mean, you even dress like him.
Do I?
Well, when you were younger.
What did I do? Oh my word! How do you have these? You have everything. You know my whole life story.
I do.
Oh my word!
We
That's
do our
crazy.
research around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean the whole costume and everything. I mean, you're around as a little kid. I would say what, 12 years old here?
Actually, no, I'm a sophomore in high school.
What? Sophomore in high school.
I know I look like a little baby. I just have always had a younger face. That's just
Wow.
how it goes. Yeah.
So dressing around in a costume like that does not get the girls in high school.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah. I know that from experience for sure. I never had a girlfriend in high school, so yeah.
Okay, evidently you're really good at the floss.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, and to me, it's like you have a floss off with your siblings or something, huh?
You got this all from my dad's Facebook. It has to be. He has all this stuff. Wow, we look so in sync right now. It's beautiful. It's me and my older brother, Mikey. Yeah, we are the best at the floss in the family for sure.
I've noticed that. How do you do it? I mean,
Do you want a demonstration
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right,
Yes,
I don't
we
know.
do.
My older brother came back from this camp once, and he was like, "Guys, I gotta teach you this dance move."
And it's the floss.
And
Okay.
yeah, you just anytime your arms go one way, your hips go the other way.
All right.
So you start doing that, and then I used to get really fast at it. Back
He's
in the
going
day.
fast now.
You have
And
to
that was
check
it.
this out.
How long did it take you to do this?
To master it, oh,
Yeah.
it takes years, dedication and practice. You know? Yeah.
Dedication and practice to disc golf, it looks like.
Yes, as well as disc golf. I'm a
Yeah.
big disc golfer. Yeah.
When did that start?
That started when I was probably a junior in high school. My brother, again, came back from this camp in Branson, Missouri, and he was like, hey, there's this, because we loved ultimate Frisbee.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, there's this new sport, that's going around, and it's like ultimate, but you get a wide selection of discs. And then we just went out and played with one driver, one disc driver. And it was so fun, but as time went on, we got more nerdy. We bought more discs. We got bags. We have little markers. We're full-fledged nerds now. And my older brother, that's his job. He is a YouTube creator for as a disc golf channel. He's worked with the best disc golfer in the world. His name's
come
Paul
on.
Macbeth.
Okay.
And that's what he does full time. And he makes a living and he
That
provides
is
for his family
so
with disc
wild.
golf. It's
So,
crazy.
have you mastered the flick?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I,
he says,
oh wait, hold
yeah.
on. Sorry, that was really arrogant. I can do the flick forehand because my older brother. I'll just give all credit to older brother because he was so good at teaching us. He's the best older brother you could ever ask for.
Well, evidently, he's influenced you in a lot of things.
He has, yeah. I mean, pretty much everything I do nowadays, I could probably tie back to him. Like tennis, we're big tennis players, and pickleball. I'm a big pickleballer right now. Y'all into pickleball by any
Really?
chance?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've seen it. I have not played it yet.
It's addicting. You'll get into it. It's
what I hear.
Amazing. And it's way easier to pick up than tennis is. Tennis is like, it can take years to really develop that, but pickleball is like ping pong if you play ping pong,
I'm horrible at tennis.
Okay, well then you might be
Horrible.
really good at pickleball.
You think?
It's a different sport.
Okay, well, you're on.
Okay.
I'll take you on. I'm very
Today?
competitive, just so you know.
Okay, sounds
I'm
like a
taking
plan.
you down, so that's it.
I'm ready for you to take me down.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, here's what's one thing I'm curious on. There's a performance that's here, and it's Joseph O'Brien.
As you see me go by,
This is the best.
why so sad?
The best.
Remember we made and arranged it with
Sounds familiar.
now you're making me.
Where is this
What is happening?
performance? Yeah, first, what is this?
So this is me in my senior recital in college.
Okay.
So it's more recent than I cared to say.
Soon you'll see.
He's good.
Remember you.
The whole Hamilton thing.
It's very good.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
very good. And
I
the song
appreciate
is written as a sarcastic, little thing. And so you've pulled this off so well
I appreciate that so much.
in your mannerism because everything about this performance is in your face.
Yes.
And so you have to have everything just right on your face.
the eyebrows, the facial expressions. I mean, you even picked a nice suit.
Yeah. Oh, well, you had to for the senior. Oh, wow. I'm doing like a little snap.
You're
Oh,
in.
yeah, you do a little wiggle on the bottom end.
Have you not even seen this?
I don't like to watch myself do anything. Yeah. Even if this airs one day, I'll be like, I don't know if I could watch it because just my mannerisms. I'm
Well,
like.
just so you know, it just aired.
Oh, okay.
It's live.
Whoa.
Live.
It's on right now.
Okay.
Apple,
Cool.
Yeah.
Roku, you can check it
Yeah, no
out.
pressure.
The video anytime.
Yeah, and I love the relationship that you have with your mom and your dad. It just seems like you guys are close.
Very close. Yeah. No, I call them pretty often. And I mean, when you have two parents that are just incredibly godly like influences as well as like they raised you in such a strong Christian household, like how could you not like appreciate that and want to contact them whenever things get tough, because they'll just always have the best advice and wisdom for you to grow in your relationship with Christ, and just to be like an overall caring and kind person.
Well, not only that, but they hook them up with very important people. I've seen you with Michael W. Smith and Toby Mac. Hello.
Yeah. Oh, is that them right there? That's crazy. Yeah, my dad actually is the reason I pretty much got in contact with Toby. I'd met him a couple times, but I interned with a guy who was in Toby Mac's band because of my dad. So, I mean, he always had the right people that he knew because, he did Christian music full time. And I just want to follow in his footsteps and make him proud.
Really?
And, yeah.
Oh, great. Michael O'Brien is his name. So did a lot of music back in the 90s and early 2000s. Traveled with New Song, all that stuff. Did the
Yep.
Winter Jam stuff.
He did. Yeah, he was there when they like started Winter Jam, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He was there for like Christmas shoes, Winter Jam, what other things happened? I don't know other stuff, but he was there.
Yeah. And Joseph O'Brien, I'm sure, is destined to a Winter Jam one day.
Oh, that's actually been a dream of mine for a long
For
time.
real?
Oh yeah. I would love to go on Winter Jam or even Hit Steep with Toby. Like those two tours, like I'd pass out. I'd faint for sure. Like on stage every night. I just
Every
have to
night.
Every single night.
every single night. I have to get
You
over
have to
it.
rehearse it,
Yeah, rehearse it.
rehearse it so you fall, gently.
Yeah.
Joseph O'Brien, so great to have you here. It's been a joy.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. This is like always the most cool thing when people are like, "Oh, we want to have you on your show," and I was like, "Oh, I'll try my best."
Yeah, and you did more than your best.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Especially the whole Hamilton thing,
Oh,
that
yeah.
just made our day.
Oh, okay.
Joseph O'Brien, here he is, down in my heart, joy. This is his radio, Rob and Lizz in the morning.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
How do you stop a robbery?
How do you stop a robbery? Well, that's a loaded question.
Go tell the robber to sit down. Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
This sounds like a grandma looked at the guy or something like that. What in the world happened?
That's what happened at the PNC Bank. This gentleman came to rob the bank, put a little note, slid it under, zoop, a little under the, the little teller gate, And she looked at it, pretended like she didn't see it, and she said, I'll be with you in a moment. And he said, I'm trying to rob you. And she said, well, I'm going to need you to go take a seat, sir. I can't do that. I'm going to need you to go take a seat. And he went and he took a seat.
So you sat down?
Yeah.
She probably called the cops and they came and got him,
They
huh?
sure did. Right around the corner they came. And he
Okay.
was sitting waiting patiently for him so either he wasn't very good at it or she was very, very good at saying, sit down.
Sit down, sir. The police come and take him away. That's amazing. I don't know if you know this, but our very own Scott Watson, he stopped a crime ring single-handedly.
I did. When I was in college, I worked at this department store for a few months, and we had a meeting one morning. The manager said, hey, there's this lady. She's got some stolen merchandise. She's going around to stores trying to get money, returning it. And that very day, the lady came up to my counter, and she was wanting to do the return, no receipt, kind of recognized her. And back in those days, you had to go back to the back, get a form, bring it up to the front, and do a lot of paperwork. So I said, yeah, I'll be right back. Went to the back, told my manager, boom, here comes the security, and got her.
They got her.
A
good.
whole crime ring. Scott
Busted.
Watson busts it.
You got this.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. If I say that, you probably know the name Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
You know, he goes
Yeah.
all over the place. He's got this new show called Triple D Nation, and he's going back to some of the places where he did that other show
Okay.
on. So, for instance,
Okay.
he was just at Pinky's West Side Grill in the Carolinas, showcasing that place again. Makes me start to think about all these different places around the Carolinas. I mean, even, what is it? Atlanta has Varsity.
Yes.
And so that's some greasy hamburgers.
Yeah. South Carolina with the Beacon.
And let me tell you,
Call
Scott is a hot dog guy. And so you travel around to places that have these hot dogs.
I've been to the Varsity. I've been to the Beacon. Excellent. There's a place, a little hole in the wall in downtown Raleigh called the Roast Grill. They actually get their hot dogs specially made from some plant in Michigan. They're the only ones that have it, and it's a family-run business. They have this griddle that apparently they've never cleaned.
Oh,
and
gross.
it's just so, it's 50 years of seasonings on it.
That's what it
The
is,
best
50 years
hot
of
dogs.
seasoning. Listen, they have, what is it, iron cast pans or something like that you never wash, and it has all the seasoning in?
Why don't you wash them?
Well,
Cast iron, yeah.
Cast iron, that's it, the cast
Yeah.
iron stuff. Explain, Scott.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wash. I guess you can wash cast iron, but over time, the seasonings kind of meld into the iron, and it
Makes your food taste amazing.
makes your food taste better.
So germs.
Something about the dynamics of cast iron and cooking over time.
And so, did you hear this? Harlan related that to germs.
Seasoning is the new word we're calling germs.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I think we're going to get just a little educated.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. Just a little educated. So this is an open mic that comes in through the My HISRadio app, and it's about cast iron stuff.
Hi, just to educate the three of you, a cast iron is a very heavy pan. It needs to be seasoned before you can use it. Once you season it, you cannot wash it with anything but water. If you wash it with soap and water, you have to re-season it. But it can be washed
With water. Okay, so that she got cut off at the end of the open mic on the My HISRadio app.
So we're washing something with water and not soap.
She doesn't understand. Do I need to play this again for you?
No, I get it. I just don't understand it. Like, I get the rules. I get the why you want it to taste better. But at what point is that gross?
Okay, Scott?
I get it now. I'm taking notes because I'm going to make sure I don't put soap on my cast iron grate.
Well, the
I've got
the big question mark is, when is it gross? That's according to Harlan.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe not think about it. I always think about the heat cooking off all the bad stuff.
Truth.
I'm a mom of two boys. I think about gross all the time.
And I think about my grandmother who made cornbread in a cast iron skillet for years growing up, and I don't think I ever saw her wash it. She just wiped it.
Yeah.
Wiped it out with a paper towel and Put it up for another use.
And look, Scott, decades later, is still alive.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm here.
thank the Lord.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So we're getting schooled today on cast iron pans.
Skillets.
The skillets. It's Rob and Liz in the morning. His radio Harlan from Brian and Harlan in the afternoon is spending the morning with us for the rest of the week. So a text came in.
Yeah, I just don't understand this whole cast iron, you don't wash it thing. But Tina said, my grandma made the best cornbread in the world because she seasoned it, meaning you used it, and she just wiped it out and then kept it in the oven.
This is like wigging Harlan out because she thinks it's like all germs and gross.
But then we got a text that said something about if you put it in the oven and then heat it, it actually kills the germs. So as long as you're preheating it, leaving it in the oven, so every time the oven's on, it's killing the germs.
Okay, so it sounds like Harlan is becoming a winner.
Well, I'm not doing it.
She's not. Eric's here at 800-447-7234. Hey, Eric.
Well, y'all talking about the cast iron skillet and the cast iron cookware. The reason you do not use soap on it is because as it's seasoned, it makes the surface non-stick. You can fry eggs on it and bacon on it and all kinds of stuff on it, and it will come right off. That's why you only use water. Another cookware that you can use is called Pampered Chef stoneware, and it is basically the same thing. You do not use soap on it because if you take the soap off, if the soap gets on the seasoning, takes it off, and then you have to re-season the stone again.
You know, it's interesting because my wife will not let me wash anything that's cast iron in the house. She bought some new pans. I don't think it's Pampered Chef.
Is it? I don't know. I have a Pampered Chef pan.
You do?
Well, it's like a pizza. What is that called?
A pizza pan?
Yeah, but you just put the pizza on top of it and put it in the oven.
Okay.
Like the frozen pizza.
Excellent. The frozen pizza.
And then you wipe it off.
Uh-huh.
And then that's all you're supposed to do.
So let me see. You invested in Pampered Chef. That stuff's not cheap, right?
Right. Just
Okay.
one frozen pizza pan.
So you can put frozen pizza on it and stick it in the oven.
Look, I hear your judgment.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So we've had FOMO, right? The fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You can't make a decision that way if you feel like you're going to miss out all the time. And that is where FOBO has come in.
Fear of...
Better options.
Oh, come on. Really?
We live in a place where there are so many options. And so now it is actually causing us to have major amounts of stress and anxiety because what if we make the wrong decision?
Oh, come on. Make the decision and just live with it.
Yeah. So depending on what that decision is. So there's a few levels of a fear of a better option. So you have the no stakes, like picking a television show. Okay.
All right.
You miss the wrong show, consequences very minimal. Then you've got low stakes, okay? So you're making an option that could or couldn't affect you, but is really not going to make a big difference in the impact of your life.
Okay.
And then there's high stakes,
Of course.
picking a job.
Oh.
Life
if I'm-
decisions.
Am I going to switch jobs if this one is going to be better than the other one?
Yeah.
All that stuff. Okay, so I had to make a decision just recently.
Okay.
This is silly, okay? This feels like first world problem to me. So I save my money and I pay for things in cash.
Uh-huh.
And I have a little personal, I want to save something selfishly for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm into music and I'm into cycling. And so I had a choice here just 2 weeks ago. And my choice was, do I want to get new bike rims for my bike? Because the bike rims that I have are heavy and I always have to get them trued or the spokes fixed.
Okay.
The second choice was a Martin guitar that was on sale that I so wanted, but I was short and I was going to trade in another Fender guitar to see if I would be able to get it.
Okay. And you went through the process and decided what?
I decided the rims and bought them and then kind of wish I would have had that guitar too. And here's the funny thing, and I'm glad I got the rims. They're already on my bike. I'm ready to go as soon as my knee heals up. So I get a call from Guitar Center yesterday and they left a message saying, hey, Are you still interested in that guitar? Because we'll drop the price a little bit for you.
Oh, see?
No.
Fear of a better option. It's
But
FOBO.
I think I made the right one, though, because it's my health and I love cycling, and it's been a minute because I had major surgery a couple of years ago, and I haven't really been out that much, and I can't wait to get out. Want to do this big ride for Alzheimer's next year and all that stuff.
But
you know?
even if you've made the right decision, you still have that fear of what if I got the guitar instead?
Then no, and you know what will happen? Then you're going to sit there and think, what if I got the bike rims instead?
Yeah. It's a never ending.
I can't,
FOBO
no.
is never ending.
I want it to end.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
So Olivia's here at 800-447-7234. She's like, gee, thanks, Harlan. Now I've got this FOBO. What is it, Olivia?
I'm quitting, not really quitting, but changing my career from like custodial position of 21 years to go work into a classroom finally because I have enough college credits I can, but my long-term goal is to be a teacher. I'm going to have to wear a uniform, and I quit my job originally of 18 years during the pandemic to go to the school system. Now I'm still in the school system, but now I'm trying for another career, and I've been accepted, and I start when kids come back.
What's the career? Still in school?
Well, I'm still in school, yes, but it'll be like pretty much a substitute when teachers are not there. It's guaranteed income for my family, which is very important.
Yeah.
And so I'm super stoked, super excited, but at the same time, the better option is nervous because I'm technically losing money because I have to go from a 12-month position to 10 months. I'm going to trust and have faith that God's going to provide during next summer.
Hey, I got an idea. Camp counselor during the summer.
What's that? I've planned that already, I think, where there's different things I could do, like prime time, the rec center stuff, anything. I mean, but long-term goal is going to be an EC teacher with special needs children.
That is incredible. Look at you, FOBOing it up.
FOBO is scary, but at the same time, you have to trust that he leads wherever, when he calls, go.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I got a question, and I'm not sure how you'll answer this.
Okay.
I'll ask Carolyn. What do you do with the hair in the shower? You know, the bottom, you know, in the drain, the hair.
Yeah, about every 3 days when I clean out the shower, I take it and I put it in the trash can.
Okay, missing out. You're totally missing out. Harlan does not know. But you should ball it up and save it.
For what?
Well, that's what Divana has done.
I'm sorry. What did Divana do?
Yeah, for 43 years? 23 years.
Might as well be 40.
She has balled up all of the hair, and she's got this big, gigantic, it's bigger than her head, ball of hair.
But for what? That's all
That she
dead
saved.
and gross. And
It looks like a pet
why?
because she just wants to. So that's what you do with the hair in the bottom of your shower. You save it. You ball it up, you save it, let it dry out, and you just keep adding to it to where it's this big ball of hair. It's a very interesting conversational piece when people come over to the home.
And it's just sitting in the middle of the living room? Oh, what's
23 years. After every shower, she collects the hair, and that's what she's done for 23 years.
that? What is the purpose? I'm looking at the pictures right now, and I'm so concerned.
Why are you concerned?
With where she puts this and what.
I'm thinking maybe, you know, the back of the toilet.
That's just so dirty.
It's probably, no, it's washed hair.
No.
It's clean.
No. As it is.
She's having throw up reactions right now.
I don't collect anything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because things and collecting just makes messes. So that to me is the worst thing you could
That's
collect.
an interesting hobby, isn't it? So Scott's daughter collects something interesting.
Yeah, little rubber duckies. And I've heard that this is a thing with Jeep owners where they line them up on the dashboard.
Yeah, I didn't know your daughter had a Jeep. She's like 17, right?
She doesn't have a Jeep. She's got a Toyota, but the teacher at school, her English teacher, is a Jeep owner. And she loves those little duckies, so she passes them out to some of the students during the year. She did this last year, and it's kind of become a collectible thing between, you know, my daughter and some of her friends at the school. And so they line them up on the dash.
She's got like a Toyota Camry or something, and now she has all these duckies.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like, maybe she's got like a dozen. She has so many, she has to take some and rotate them in. So she'll put some on the dash, pull some back out, rotate some new ones in every now and then. But yeah.
The duck character of the day.
Put it up
because
there.
they're all themed. All the little ducks are themed.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
are. Right. Some have a little tuxedo. Some, are in certain outfits. Yeah, it's a big thing.
So
Cowboy duck, dress
It's
up duck.
gone beyond the Jeep now, and
Oh,
others
yeah.
are doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Certain things just seem more fun to collect. It's mornings, Rob and Liz. I'm Marilyn, filling in for Liz. She will be back on Friday.
Collecting things like ducks because you have a Jeep, and this seems to be a big thing. It's only been a couple of years since this has been going on.
And yet, it is a big deal. If you have a Jeep, you have ducks.
Right? I mean, they just show up. As a matter of fact, I think, Anita, you have a Jeep, right?
We have a Jeep.
And how many duckies?
Oh, God. 4, 5, 600.
100.
600.
Maybe more. Let me tell you something. My husband has a big 4-door Jeep. It's orange. And we can go to Ingles. We can go anywhere. We go out of the store, and there's a duck on our Jeep.
That's
but
amazing.
We go to Daytona Beach. They have a big Jeep thing. And then, in August, we've already got our reservations for Jeep Invasion in Pigeon Forge. And they have a giant, every night, Jeeps line the streets, and you can line your Jeeps out, and they throw you ducks. Last year, my granddaughter, she put up a poster board, and it said, "Duckless, need Jeep." And she sat down beside us, and she had over 200 and something ducks thrown at her.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I drive a Tiguan, and nobody ever gives me ducks. And how come we don't have a little thing to go to in Daytona Beach?
But let me tell you something. In the parade, there was several other kind of vehicles, and they wrote a sign on their Jeep and even wrote on their window that said, "I'm a Jeep." And, people would go,
Even if you don't have a Jeep, they pretend their car is a Jeep. That's crazy.
it would be a Toyota or a Chevrolet, but people would give them a duck.